Our next topic in media and information literacy is evaluating media and information sources. According to Cambridge Dictionary, information refers to facts and knowledge about anything. When information is unrefined or unprocessed, it is called raw data. So information should first be interpreted for the data to make sense and be understandable for people. So there are two types of information. The first one are truths, which are facts, logical, and valid information. And the second one are untruths, which are bogus, fallible, and invalid information, or opposite from truths. Always remember that facts are data generated through a rigorous process of tests, research, and studies. It cannot be always truthful because it can sometimes be misinterpreted, leading to the bending of truth behind an information. For example, it is a fact that the theory of evolution is supported by evidences from archaeological artifacts. However, it still does not prove the truth behind the origin of life. Since not all information are truthful, it is important to have an idea about evaluating your sources, particularly in this multitude of information online. Some information found on the internet are not reliable because not all of those information are cross-checked. Although print sources are proofread by other people, it still doesn't mean that it is already accurate. So the following are the things that you need to consider in order to determine the quality of information you have at hand. The first one is to determine the publishing body of the information. You need to identify if the information you are looking at is provided by a credible source. Always ask who or what is the source of your information. Remember that a source can be considered credible if you know the reputation of the source. You can check the domain or owner of the site or page. The following are different types of domain. Example, .com for commercial, .edu for educational, .mil for military, .gov for government, and .org for organization. Tip number 2 is to identify the reliability of the source. What you can do is determine the author of the information and examine the credentials of the author to check if the source is valid and reliable. Your information source should be verifiable for it to be useful and reliable. Make sure to search about the author of the article first before dealing with the information. Reliability refers to the extent to which a source shows dependable, trustworthy, genuine, and reputable process of information gathering. According to peers, consistency is the measure of reliability. Being consistent means the information is similar to other sources and the source is an expert authority related to the information. The third one is to analyze the breadth and depth of the discussion of a topic. You need to determine the extent of the research done for the information. In order to do this, the consumer must exercise objectivity. According to Cambridge Dictionary, objectivity means a judgment or belief based on objectively strong supporting evidence. You must determine the purpose for writing and publishing of the information. Consider the reason of the source in writing the information because most commercial sites can be biased when it comes to giving information, especially about their products. So it is important to consider the intention of the source in writing the information. The fourth one is to determine the accuracy and verifiability of the information. Every information can be cross-checked. It can also be verified if ideas and information from the source is supported by other credible sources. Accuracy of information refers to the closeness of the report to the actual data. Most information online are almost similar to one another. What you have to do is trace down the root or origin of the information. Make sure to check the facts and look for supporting details about the information that you have received to verify its accuracy. You should also question if the source is valid. Validity is defined as the extent to which a method of data collection is true or can be judged. Number 5, check the ethical and legal concerns in dealing with information. To determine the source of any information, you can look for the citation or a bibliography. As much as possible, do not use information without citation or bibliography or any list of sources. And number 6, always check the timeliness of the information. It is important to check the date of publication or if there has been an update for that information. Other information may be timeless throughout history, but most information becomes outdated through time. So determine when the information was published and identify if it is still relevant in the present time. As of today, there are billions of registered websites on the internet, so it is impossible to run out of content in this World Wide Web of information. Remember that not all information are correct, so one must closely evaluate any sources. Validity, reliability, accuracy, credibility, and relevance are the primary considerations of evaluating information. As you strive to become more media and information literate, the higher is the expectation for you to be selective and critical of your information sources. So as a seeker for information, always evaluate your sources.